Hey YouTube, it's me here. Here's a quick little tutorial about making blowgun darts. A couple things you'll need. First you'll need some bamboo skewers or nails. Either anything really that's straight and rigid, pointy. Even if it's not pointy, you could make it pointy. And I'll describe how to do that in a second. I haven't made darts in quite a while, actually, since, let's see, 4 or 5, maybe 5 or 6 years. And, we'll talk about that in a little bit. Where's some of the... Here we go. This is what I'm talking about. Dart like this. This is a, nail. It's a finishing nail. This one's not perfectly straight. You could, see it as I turn it. But it doesn't matter, these will fly straight enough for you to get good groups. Actually, groups good enough to punch holes in the back of these. And I'll describe how to make them. I don't have all my supplies with me, so I can't like literally make one. But I'm pretty sure you guys will get the idea. You know, I trust most of you out there are pretty smart, or smart enough for this. So let's pretend this is our nail or bamboo skewer. All it is a bamboo skewer. But this is what we're going to be making. First of all, you know, you may want to look down and make sure it's straight. And what helps is if you put it on a flat surface and you roll it. And you see, you can hear the difference, but it's not like, I don't know, like a bent hula hoop. You know, it's good enough. This is fine for what we're doing. And you want to get a piece of paper and fold it into 8 sheets, like this. Then you get the piece of paper. This is actually a little bit thicker than printer paper. And you can use different thicknesses if you want. And you can roll like this, but it's the easiest if you can then grab it and pull it out. I haven't done this in years. Just bear with me. You can make a cone. You can twist the cone so it's super thin, like this. But keep in mind, you will be able to make them thinner than your blowgun if you do this enough. Get really tight at rolling cones, you know, kind of like rolling cigars or rolling burritos. And you could get it a pretty clean wrap right there. Alright, and then you can either, you could see there's a little bit of a hole there, and you would get some super glue and you'd glue that on. Okay, and then you could tape this and then run a little light layer of super glue around here, so you get this shiny, semi-hard, still flexible coating. The flexibility is key. That's what will prevent your darts from breaking themselves, and it'll keep them light and not very heavy. And then we'll pretend that this is already glued and there's a dart on the end of this. You stick it. You then would stick it inside of this thing, a cone holder, and that would keep the dart. You'd see the dart poking out of the bottom here if it was a really long dart. But that would keep the dart from, you know, so you don't have to set it down and the cone wouldn't get it as bent. Because if the cone is, I guess, canted or bent a little too much, that will mess up your dart. This one's not bad. You can kind of see there. But the worse that is, the harder it is to shoot straight. And you see here, I got this one set up so I could do 7 at once. Why? That's what I had. You can make, you know, trays and trays of these if you really want to, or you could just have one on a little stand. But that's how it goes. Another cool thing is, let's see. Here we go. These are kind of cool. They're not as fast as paper cones, but this is just cutouts of, what are this? It's craft foam. And you sharpen a pipe. You sharpen the inside of a pipe, like right about here, with a burr remover. And then you punch out different sizes out of craft foam, and you put a little bit of tape. And these are great because they'll keep a real nice air seal, so you can get your maximum power out of your blowgun. If anyone is diabetic or has medication they need to inject, I managed to score some used cones, and these will fit needle cones. The protective covers, and these will fit perfectly in a 1/2-inch blowgun, and if you leave the little rim on them, they'll fit almost perfectly in a 625. You just need to cut off that little bit and then drop a nail or a dart through there. Let me show you some of the nails I've made. You've already seen the finishing nail one. These are my favorite, these concrete nails. These were cool because I could shoot them into cinder blocks and they wouldn't break. So that's why I really liked those. These, they wouldn't stick, but they'd bounce off and take a good chunk of cinder block with them. They've got ridges to keep them really stiff. This is what I was talking about with the cat. You can see it. This dart would be hard to shoot, but the reason I made it is because when cones break off a certain number of times, instead of going through all the trouble making new cones, I would just drop a nail through the cone and then add a little bit more glue. You can see this one's a very rigid cone. This is one of my earlier designs. Didn't work so well. Always, 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 always with these cones, you need to get the edge of the cone and make sure it would fit through here. That's not a very good one. There we go. You should do this with the end of your blowgun, is to make sure there's a little bit of wiggle space, or else you'll blow your ears out. It hurts. It sucks. You can get a snugger fit if you want, but that little bit of play is always a good thing. And if you have a cold steel blowgun, you'll notice that it's not a super snug fit, especially with paper cones, because these don't give as much as the little craft foam cones do. There was a ton of websites that did a lot of different things with cones. This was on the very old school design. It's a plastic bag, I guess. I'm not sure from what, but a Ziploc bag would probably work. And these fletchings, I made this for a bamboo blowgun. And these fletchings were designed to transition from these elbows really smooth, because what this would do is it would make a tight seal in this part of the blowgun, but when it hit this part, hold on one second, it would flex. This one's a little damaged, but if you want to make a blowgun with different lengths or with different diameters, these flexi cones would be great. I would actually be really interested to hear if anyone could make these for a 50 and a 625 that both would fire out of a 625 and a 50, and if it would work. That is something I've been dying to try. I just haven't been in the mood to make some darts. But, you know, if you guys want to do stuff I haven't done before, that would be awesome. I know I'm kind of a little scatterbrained. So we have two. These are a closed cell foam darts. This is just a shorter concrete nail. It's what I had, but these will it's a real cheap way to manufacture darts, and once again you get the real nice air seal. These are a 1 caliber use only. You can't shoot these through these don't flex. But if you want to make like 50 darts in an afternoon, or 50 darts in 30 minutes or so, you just sharpen the inside of your pipe again, and then you press it into a closed cell foam, and you pop these out, and you stick a dart right through the middle, a nail right through the middle, and a little bit of tape right there keeps it from sliding forward. These are great if you want to make a lot of darts. And these were the tumblers I made. Well, not this particular one. This one was one of these before. But when I started using these, I found that it was hard to keep the end of the cone onto this tiny finishing nail. So what I did is I put a little bit of tape here and a little tape here, and it would tumble. And it was a real neat round dart. Real neat.